Guys, it's Amber and welcome back to my channel. So today, here on the least professional channel on YouTube, I realized that I had recorded this entire video without any audio. So, because we kind of got a decent amount of stuff done in this part, I wanted to at least get it posted because I've already missed kind of like an episode of this challenge that I didn't record. So I'm going to try to do a voiceover for this part. Not sure how that's going to go, but I guess we will see. So we are starting off. I know the first thing that we were kind of looking at was Brienne because she's actually got to go to school today. So I was getting her ready so she can go and get to school. Misty is currently sleeping. But the big thing that I wanted to get done in this episode is to get Brienne aged up. So I really want her to age up to a teen in this part. And she is already she's an okay student. So I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to get it done. I mean, I know that we will because I've already done it. But that was kind of like my big goal. And then for Ash, I was in a little bit less of a hurry getting him up. Though his big thing is that he doesn't have like his skills yet. And also I'm so excited to have Ash in the house because as you can see here, I am using him to help take care of his little sister Elisa. And so having a teen in the house is so helpful. And look at him, doesn't he just look so sweet and helpful? I'm just trying to get Carter ready to go to school because I think this is his first day of school if I remember correctly. So I just wanted to get everything good for him so that he would have like a pretty good day at school since he's just getting started with that. The other big thing that we have to do in this part is actually get Misty pregnant because she gave birth to Elisa in the last part. So it's really important that we go ahead and get her pregnant so that we can kind of keep this moving. And I did finally add the on the ley line trait on the household for this part. So my goal is to go ahead and get her pregnant. And here I realized that like Denham's very hungry and about to get taken away, and so I just had to kind of go ahead and pause it so that I would actually be able to get him food before, you know, someone snatched my kid because he was going in there to wake up Misty, but like, I mean, she's asleep, dude, and not helpful. So I just wanted to get some food out on the counter for him. Ash is also like super hungry because I'm doing a really bad job taking care of this many Sims in the household, and I thought that it'd be a good idea to try to add 2 more. So that's currently my goal in this life. It's a little questionable, but we're doing it anyways because that's the whole point of this challenge. So I'm trying to get like their fun up because Ash's fun is grotesque. Like it's awful. He's hungry. He kind of has to potty, but that's fine. He can do that at school, so it's not something to really worry about. Misty is also super hungry, so I figured I could just kind of let her cook because we always need food. Always need food in this house. And I realized after I decided to do it that I made eggs and toast, and that's almost the only thing they ever eat in this household. And so I feel kind of bad, but I selected it. I think I just select it all the time because it's cheap. And I like eggs and toast. I mean, it really looks more like eggs and bacon to me anyways. And I like eggs and bacon, so my Sims must like it too. Also, I don't know what Brienne is doing, just sitting here, not at school. Even though her siblings are gone, like, does she not hear me say that like our goal in this part is to get her aged up? Aw, and there's Clement congratulating Ash on his recent birthday, which I would prefer that he was more concerned about his kid, but whatever, I guess. Denham is working on his skills there, so I did want to try to get him aged up in this part as well. He's doing pretty good. I also realized that like he ate, but it must not have been a full serve. Well, actually, no. He ate, and because it's The Sims 4 and toddlers are the glitchiest things that have ever existed, he only ate 2 bites of his food and then stopped eating it because it would be too convenient for me if he actually ate the food like I asked him to. So Misty's back here cooking. She's actually gotten to be a pretty good cook, so props to her for that. She leveled up here as well, so she is really kind of trucking along, and like her food is starting to get pretty good, which is I'm grateful for because honestly some of that stuff that she's made has been absolutely disgusting. So I'm just kind of looking at Denham's skills. I just want to try to get focused on getting him aged up. So he only has thinking level 1, so he can't use the blocks yet for thinking. So what I wanted to do was have him what's that, the bear a lot, until he could have that skill high enough to be able to use the blocks. And so he's just going to get to what's thatting. Let's see. Here we have kind of like one of the little prompts. This one's actually for Ash, and it's basically just about a friend wanting to cheat off of him. And I just don't think that that's really Ash's personality. He's kind of more of like a careful sim. I think he's not really someone who's prone to being pressured or anything like that. So I think that he would just say no. And so that's kind of what we did. And it worked out fine. His friend wasn't upset, and he was able to kind of follow what I think is his personality type without causing problems for himself. So Denham is going to go work on that. And then we got literally another one of these. This one is actually for Brione. And basically she's just worried that someone else's poster is getting more attention than hers. And so she wants to know if she should just like try to fix it and then turn it in late. But honestly, the focus here for me in this Let's Play obviously is to be able to get people aged up and on time. So Brione is just going to have to get that turned in on time so that we can not mess with our performance gain. And besides, if the teacher likes it, that's good enough. The teacher liked it enough. I mean, she wasn't super impressed, but like, Brione will be okay. She's a little trooper. She's fine. So right here, this is just me checking to see kind of what's going on with Misty. She's got so many moodlets, but also I just wanted to make sure she wasn't pregnant and that I didn't forget, because it's been a little while since I've played with this save. Obviously, I've been doing a lot of eco-living stuff, and so I just haven't really been with these sims in a little while. So just kind of make sure that I had things organized, or like that I remembered what was going on. And I was just kind of going through all of Misty's contacts to try to see if there was a man in there somewhere that we'd kind of gotten ready to have babies with, but I wasn't really seeing anyone. And then I remembered that we did have the baby shower in the last episode, and that Eric and Misty hit it off pretty good there. So I went ahead and invited him over, and then we're just going to take care of Elisa real quick. Let's see, gotta make sure that Denham actually did do those things that I asked him to do. We are not going to college. No one here is going to college. It ain't happening, Captain. Let me make sure that Denham's what's statted enough so that we can go ahead and get his thinking skill ups, because then I can have him play with the blocks. Because at that point, we'll just play with the blocks until we get to level 3. And then the only thing we'll have to worry about is movement and potty. And so Misty will have to, help out with the potty skill, but she should be able to do that. I mean, what else is she doing, right? And so now Eric is here, so we're gonna start trying to work on him. I do really like having the tiny lot trait because it makes it easier to kind of gain relationships. And like Eric came over flirty, so like I'm thinking like this is it. This is gonna be great. Misty is going to kill it. Like this is like what, her 6th baby daddy. Like she's got this down. So we'll start off with some friendly things. Oh, he's playful, not flirty. I guess that's fine too, right? Like playful, flirty, like it's a vibe. So we're gonna start with some friendly things. I just always think that's easier, because I feel like in my experience they don't respond as well to like immediately going to flirty things. I say that as I immediately go to flirty things. Whatever, do as I do as I say, not as I do. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna start trying to do a little bit of flirting. Always start with like a compliment appearance. We love a compliment appearance. You don't want to come on too strong. Like I literally never use the confess attraction because I just feel like it never works and they never ever like it. So we're gonna ask a risque question. That one I also feel like it's fairly mild, like it could kind of be like a joke, like I'm asking something a little bit naughty, but like nothing too bad. And like he's accepting all of our flirts. Okay, never mind, take that back. He did not like it. He did not like it at all. And now we're losing friendship. This is going well. And she's already still like trying to exchange numbers, and I didn't cancel that, and I really should have because it's an awkward encounter. He clearly doesn't like her. But I need to get pregnant. So we're going to go back to friendly things to try and like work our way back around. So I'm looking for like, I actually clicked Ask the Cloud Gaze there because I was feeling very James Turner in that moment. I mean, literally all he ever does with The Sims is Ask the Cloud Gaze, and I would say it works well for them, but honestly, all of his Sims have the weirdest relationships. But he swears by it, and so I was gonna go for it. But Misty just didn't want to cooperate. She really had to potty, and so I just went ahead and let her do that. Denim is also like super tired, so she's like just talking to him because I want her to potty train him because, that's what we need to do. And she can just like get him on the potty and then go back to flirting. So we're just gonna plop that little cutie on the potty and start back flirting with this random man that I've brought into my home. So we're gonna go back. We're still gonna try to do some friendly things. So Misty, like I said earlier, is like getting to be a really good cook. So like I figured she could offer him some cooking tips. I mean, I know literally nothing about this man. Nothing at all. Also, in this, I was realizing that Dominic was saying that he wanted to hook me up with like one of his friends. Like one of his friends liked me and wanted to go on a date with me. And I was so upset that I missed that because I was like, that's perfect. That's all Misty wants is to go on dates with random dudes that she doesn't know. But I missed that call, and so I'm kind of sad about it, especially considering Eric's being a stick in the mud and doesn't just want to sleep with me. I mean, it's really simple. Like, he could sleep with me. I mean, no strings attached, relatively. I mean, I want to have a baby, but, like, I won't ever ask him for anything. So, like, this is, like, she's an easy lay. Like, and he's just not going for it. But we had to pause and take care of our baby because, like, I was going to say Misty's a good mom, but that is actually not what I would call her. She's a mom, though. She does care for her children in at least the vaguest of terms. So, like, she feeds them, she clothes them. She hasn't bathed Denim and he stinks, but, like, in general, like, she does things for them. And so we're back looking at Denim, and I realized that he does not have thinking level 3, so guess what he gets to do? Shapes, because shapes. Until he gets to thinking level 3. Okay, so we're back. Misty, get on your game. This Eric dude is the next one. So we're back. We're flirting because we had a flirt that went well. So, like, I'm going for it because the kids are going to be home from school soon and then I have to manage a lot more people. So I really need to get this knocked out now before all the kids get home because, I mean, when there's 3 more Sims to, like, control and try to stop from, like, destroying things, it's not ideal. But they're already back. Carter's grades are up, so Carter's a B student. Ash's grades are the same because he can't get an A because his skills aren't good enough. And I didn't even see Brionne's there. So we're still back. We're flirting. I'm pretty sure that Brionne got her grades up, so, like, I know that she's going to age up in this part, but I really want to try to get Misty pregnant before we age up Brionne so that, like, I can have both of those things kind of out of the way. And we finally got, like, a little bit of flirty bar with Eric, but he is so unpleasant. And I found out, of course, that his traits are mean. He is in a relationship, but I don't care about that. But I do think that it kind of can make them a little bit harder to flirt with sometimes, though I think the big issue here is that he's mean and it's just so annoying. And then you can see up in the corner that sweet little Denim got thinking level 3, so he doesn't have to keep playing with blocks constantly anymore, or at least he doesn't have to keep doing shapes. And at this point, literally they lost all of their relationship bars on both parts because he's so difficult. They got it back up a little bit, and I think it might, I don't know if it was, like, glitched out to where it was, like, all the way down or if it went back up a little bit because we're in, like, our tiny home. But I was furious with this Eric dude, and I literally used the new send home because I just wanted him out of my house. And then I was irritated that he was still here, because I told him to go home and he is still here. He's awful and he does not want me to have his baby. And so I don't need him here. You know, I don't need that sort of negativity in my life. So he needs to go. So right now I'm just like looking for other ways to like send him home because I was so frustrated. But then it finally pops up and says that he's leaving. And I'm like, thank goodness, he sucks. I don't like you. I don't know if in the future I will try again to have him as like a baby daddy, but I just was so disgruntled. And then I was looking to see what skills Ash had because I actually had him watching the comedy channel because I was thinking that we might go with comedy for Ash. I don't know, it just kind of seems to suit him to me. But then I also wanted him to go ahead and get started on his homework. And then I had Carter working on his homework as well as Brion, even though I realized that she really didn't have to because she's going to age up this part, but whatever, she can do it. So we did invite over, I believe his name is Krishna, because we're just going to try this again. You know, Eric was a lost cause. He was trash and I hated him. And so we're going to try again with this nuisance. And so we're going to, as we do, start with a little bit of like friendly interactions. Yeah, see, this is me realizing that Brion literally doesn't have to do her homework because she's going to age up today. So her child homework doesn't matter. She's an A student. She's going to be a teen. So I just need Misty to do this solid for us. Also, these dead plants in my yard I have consistently looked at, and between parts I'm going to have to get those, like, I'm just gonna have to pull those up because like when I'm playing I never have time to have someone like go out into the garden because it's really difficult in a household this large to like keep everyone's needs like decent, especially since we don't have like enough beds and stuff. So like trying to keep up with everyone's needs in this household is pretty difficult. I mean, it's a lot of fun to do it, and it's kind of like the fun part of a 100 baby, but like it's difficult to do. See, so like Misty's like really working it. I mean, she's seducing this guy. We're kind of getting somewhere, but Elisa is unhappy and I need someone to take care of her. And I'm just kind of ignoring her right now because, like I said earlier, Misty's a mom. But like, look, they have a romantic bar. Like, this is working. This is working so much better than Eric did. And I just want Misty to get pregnant in this part because obviously for 100 baby you need to kind of stack the babies as close together as you can, so that you can try to have as many babies as you can in each, like with each matriarch. So I really want Missy to be able to have as many babies as she can. And now he's literally and I realized that Missy had the body shaming, and I think Eric was body shaming her. And he literally took care of the baby. I know technically he's not supposed to, but like, come on, that's great. He clearly wants to be a father, and I can help him with that because I will have his baby. So he actually did take care of Elisa, and so she's good. So Missy is back flirting. She is feeling passionate, which is like an emotion that comes with slice of life, but she's really feeling it. Like she's doing great. Like I was feeling so much better at this point because I was so unhappy with how hard it was to get Eric to like want to love me. But this is everything that I wanted it to be. Like we already have the first kiss thing. I was kind of nervous because it's like real early. Like their bar is still pretty low. But I'm going for it. And then I'm trying to figure out what Denim is doing and why he's sad, because I feel like he's been sad for so long and he's still really sad about having like a thick body type. And I hate that makes him so upset because he's just a little love fluff, and I just want him to know that he's fluffy and cute. And also his dad is, you know, Clement, who's also kind of a fluff, and so that's kind of how it's gonna be for him. And also, if you guys can't tell, Misty's pretty curvaceous as well, and I expect her to get pretty significantly more curvaceous throughout this series, considering how many kids she's gonna have. Really expecting to see a little bit of a spread for her, but Misty finally sealed the deal here, so they are trying for baby. And while they're doing that, I'm having Ash take care of his little sister Elisa, as well as I'm gonna have him try and cook a little bit of dinner because he is really hungry and he does have to get skills. So I figured that this was also one that I could potentially try, but I realized that I had a plate on the counter and we literally only have one available counter. And this is probably the first time that I realized that we don't have like counter space except for the one for chopping up. And of course Ash is a sim, and so he's glitching. We got the notification that it is almost Elisa's birthday, so we're very close to having 2 toddlers in the house. Hopefully we'll be able to get Denim aged up actually before Elisa ages up to a toddler. Also had Misty take a pregnancy test, and just waiting on that, trying to see, and she's not pregnant. And this was the first time in this entire series that Misty didn't get pregnant the first go round, and I was like panicking because I was afraid that he was gonna leave. And so these kids got to go back at it. I was also like, I wanted to age up Brion, but I kind of wanted Misty to see it. Ash is not a good cook, confirmed, so we're just gonna throw that away because we don't need that sort of negativity in our life. And Misty makes good food, so Ash is just going to be the only one that eats that unpleasant food. And while they're busy, Brion is going to go use the potty. Her needs are actually looking pretty good. Carter's getting a little bit tired, but he's done with his homework, so he can do extra credit, and I figured I would have him do that so we can try to go ahead and get him aged up the next time he goes to school. Because he's a B student and he has everything he needs, so I figure we can do extra credit and hopefully get him pregnant. Here I made a bad choice, but Brion was in the potty, and so I didn't want to have to go and use the toilet, and she was kind of struggling at this point. And so Denim is the glitchiest toddler I've ever had in my game. He constantly glitches like that. Like, he always glitches up to be like a big size. And like, Misty can't take a pregnancy test, and I can't figure out why. Like, I can't figure out if they didn't actually like try for baby and they just like laid back down and just went to sleep. Like, I don't know what happened with those two, and I don't know what I was looking for there. I don't know if I was looking to see if she could try for baby in the shower with him, but and I see that there's try for baby there, so then I'm like really panicked because I'm like, no. If they'd done it, then it wouldn't still be here. She would be pregnant and it wouldn't say that. Ash is disgusting and exhausted and taking care of his little sister. So like, Ash is the champion of this episode because literally all Misty is doing is woohooing with this one dude trying to get pregnant. So I'm gonna let Ash, when he gets done with his sister, take care of himself, and then I'm just gonna have him go out and sleep in the tent, because we do only have the one like bed for like non-toddlers besides the bed that Misty's in, but Misty's in that using both sides of that bed because she's entertaining tonight. And Carter's already sleeping, and then I realized that Denim was sleeping in the tent, which Denim can't sleep in the tent because Denim has a toddler bed, and so he needs to be respectful of his siblings. Also, he's starving, and so again, we're gonna pull out like a little bit of eggs and toast for him. One of our former baby daddies is here to visit, but we don't need that because we can't get pregnant by him again. So now Misty is up, and I feel like she was nauseous, and I probably should have figured she's doing her little happy dance because she woohooed, but I shouldn't have done this, but I was irritated, and so there it is. She is pregnant, and she is having twins. So I probably shouldn't have looked at that because obviously now I know that we're having twins, but for sure now we need F and G names for the next part because we will be having 2 babies, and we are having a girl and a boy. So leave me girl and boy F and G names down below. At this point, finally, we're gonna age up Brion because I've done everything else in the world but age up my sweet little Brion. I've had Misty woohoo I don't even know how many times. Like, even watching this back, I still can't really tell how many times she ended up having to woohoo. And then I got really paranoid because I knew that Denim was hungry, and I was like, what if Denim eats the cake. And I was going to be so unhappy. Also, this dude is just walking around naked in my house. And I'm not sure why he's still here. And I'm not sure why he's naked because he had on sleepwear earlier. And so I'm honestly not sure why he went with nudity here, but he did. So now he is self-woohooing in my bed, and really he needs to get out of my good home. Also, Misty just walked through the couch. Misty is a witch, confirmed. Yeah, homeboy needs to go. But at this point, my big focus is getting Breon aged up. So we got the candles on the cake. I don't know what Misty's crying about. Like, I don't know if she's crying because she's pregnant again for like the 100th time. And she knows that she just is not capable of taking care of this many kids. But like, that's Misty's problem. It's not mine. She is on her period, which I don't like that she can be on her period while pregnant. That's obviously, I think, kind of an issue with the mods. And here I, of course, am taking a screenshot of my little Breon blowing out her candles. And I'm very excited for her to age up. And I think I forgot that Breon was evil up until, like, seeing that trait there again. And then she got self-absorbed. So Breon's a real peach. She is evil and self-absorbed. Best sim in my game, hands down. And so I gave her leader of the pack because I felt like that really kind of suited her. And I feel like Breon actually aged up really cute, and you'll actually be able to see I gave her a little bit of a makeover, and I had to put my cake up because I don't want them eating my cake. I need to be able to pull that cake out for every birthday. But I did give Breon a little bit of a makeover. You will be able to see it in the thumbnail, of course, but I think she turned out really good. And that is it for this part. So we got Misty pregnant. I'm checking to see when it's going to be time to age up Elisa, and I realized that it's actually today, but it's very early in the morning, so I was just like, we'll just age her up in the next part. So we accomplished what I wanted to get accomplished in this part. We got Misty pregnant. We got Breon aged up, so we have our second teenager. And so for the next part, we will work on getting Denim aged up, because Elisa will also be aging up, and hopefully we'll get Carter aged up. And honestly, I guess we should get Ash aged up and get him moved out of the house, so that will be our first sim to leave the house. And that's going to be a little bit sad, but it has to be done. Also, because of course Misty always has to, I need to get Misty to go ahead and ask to just be friends and take her pictures with this most recent baby daddy, because I don't want to forget, but it's me, so I always do. I don't even know where Misty is right now. Denim is gonna make a mess, and no sir, no sir. I actually literally sat there and let him do that. That is so irresponsible of me. I'm even clicked on him, you know? He's disgusting and tired though. And so for the first time in a long time, I figured I would have Misty, you know, take care of this little dude. Because she's really ignored him this part because of who Misty is as a person. But anyways, that's going to be it for this part, you guys. I will see y'all next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And I promise to be better next time. Bye.